Today we gathered for our annual water communion service, and we bless the water, that sacred, life-giving water. And we have created a communal well, made up of water that changed so many times to arrive at the point where it was scooped up. It became a puddle after rain, or it came from the faucet after the treatment plant, or it came from the ocean, from a hurricane in the middle of the sea. I've changed so many times, thought the stream, and it said as much. I know, said the wind, but this time will be different. Our call to worship today told us that water is a substance defined by transformation. It is changing always, flowing, up and again, cycles upon cycles, falling, flowing, sinking, transforming. And our story today, shared by Daryl, reminds us that though change is constant and at times unconscious, the moments when we want it, when we yearn for it, we often arrive at that precipice of change unwilling, dragging, reluctant. Reluctant transformation. It is rare to arrive at that moment of transformation joyfully, willingly. Let us name together just how normal it is, how profoundly typical it is to arrive at transformation full of doubt, full of concern and anxiety, and on the precipice of things unknown, we fall into change without complete confidence. And what is it that pushes us over the edge and through the discomfort and allows us to trust the wind that will scoop us up like a baby and deliver us to something grander, better, different? It is faith. Faith that enables this courageous act, this embodied risk. Risking it all so that we might be transformed. We must trust boldly, risk big, faithfully fall towards change. You don't need confidence to be transformed. Confidence is logical, of the mind. You need faith, which is of the soul, of the heart. Sharon Welch, a Unitarian Universalist theologian, she writes a lot about risk. She is a feminist ethicist, which I practiced saying a couple times, who has said that risk is required of UUs to live into their values and our principles. Such action, such risky action requires immense daring, and it enables deep joy. The fundamental risk, she writes, is to dare, although there is no guarantee of success. Even though there is no guarantee of success, and on the precipice, on the threshold of a new congregational year together, a new year in which we engage with one another, where we learn from one another, offer something of ourselves to one another, we build together, we take things down together, we dream together. We endeavor to be transformed despite no guarantee of success. I cannot offer you a promise that it will be a good year, that we will have a great year, that we hit it out of the park. I cannot guarantee that there will not be heartbreak and disappointment. I cannot guarantee that being part of this risky endeavor, this desire for transformation, will feel good all the time. But I can guarantee you that you will be changed. That you will engage with new and different parts of yourself, the hopeful parts of yourself. which can feel so hard to access sometimes. The parts of yourself that long to be different. And if you faithfully fall towards that change, there will be deep joy. The little stream was nervous. It didn't know what the wind had meant about letting go of itself, but deep within, it yearned for the sea. If you arrived here today yearning, some part of you deep within desiring something different, for something to change, but unsure of what to call it, unsure of how to take that next step, how to make yourself feel different, you are not alone. It is normal, profoundly normal. Reluctant transformation. And so on this Ingathering Sunday, I invite you into a community in which each of us has a shared yearning within for a world made whole, for lives lived in peace with rest and joy and justice. I invite you to join me, to join us in the process of a risky fall towards transformation. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And so we arrive to transformation reluctantly, and what awaits us is unknown, but the potential is deep joy. The potential is that all of our parts sparkle in the sun as we are carried along by the wind, that together we are even more beautiful, sparkling like jewels, jewels which dared, which were encouraged. When we look to our right and we look to our left and we saw others nervous to take the risk, but hopeful about the potential. This Sunday, let us be reminded of why we come each Sunday, why we show up for small group ministry, why we bake the casserole and knit the prayer shawl, why we attend the rally and craft the sign to be lifted high above our heads, why we share the poetry, why we run the cable and tweak the knob, why we sign the pledge and sign the book, why we offer ourselves and our names to one another as we pass the peace. Reluctant transformation. I cannot guarantee success, my friends, but I know that you will be changed by this year. If you embrace the hard parts that accompany the better ones, if you strive to see the rainbow we are becoming as opposed to fixed on the form we used to be. If you understand that risk is part of faith, we will be like waters to the sea. Carried, lifted, over the desert, towards the place we were meant to go, together, a mighty stream, ever-changing, ever-transforming, endeavoring for beloved community. May it be so, and amen.
Hi, I'm Reverend Hannah Capaldi.
And I'm Reverend Abby Tennis. We are the ministers at the First Unitarian Church of Philadelphia, where our mission is to awaken love and justice in our lives and in the world.
We're so grateful that you watched, and we hope that the sermon connected with your soul.
We also want to invite you to join us for a live worship service every Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. You can always find the link to that service on our website at www.philauu.org. In these services, you'll hear words like you've just heard, and you also get a chance to greet one another, pray together, sing together, and we even hold a virtual coffee hour after services to get a chance to greet some new and old friends.
If you want to support the mission of this community and you feel moved to give, you can do so by going to the website that Reverend Abby just mentioned. You can find that link below, or you can text 215-709-5095 and follow the prompts to give.
If someone in your life needs to hear these words today, we encourage you to share this video. And again, thank you so much for watching.
We hope to see you soon.